What's up, people? How you doing? This is this is one of those lives that come to me when I feel it. This was not scheduled. These type of lives, I want to explain to you what they are now that I'm in a time that I can be free as I want to be. I can totally be me now in a time like this because I'm going to shine amongst all the financial fakers out there. I'm about to shine above them all now. I'm gonna give a few minutes for people to get up in here. Hold on for a second. Get on in here. Welcome. What's up, Mark? What's up, King of Kings? Welcome. You guys are gonna see a whole different channel now. Totally different. Not too much different, but a little bit. It's because now I can be as free as I want to be, just like I said it a minute ago. I can't really explain that to you, but you know, you when you come out of the matrix, you realize that how much emphasis you put on other people's opinions of you, how other people feel about what you do, what you say. You don't really realize that until you get out of the matrix, man. You don't realize that. Now, though, this is a unfortunate circumstance that we're all in right now. I mean, we're damn near on a quarantine, right? Uh, there's always an opposite to everything. I was already prepared for this. Did I know this was coming? No, but I was prepared for it because I'm economy proof. Did you know that? Did you know you can economy proof yourself? You probably never, if you've been in debt all your life, no, you will never know what I'm talking about. Anyway, there's a lot of noise going on right now. What's up, Dave Sincere? There's a lot of noise happening, right? I mean, it's coming across your phones, it's coming across your TV, it's coming across your friends and your family. I mean, they just won't stop talking about it. You can't even have a breathing moment about hearing what's going on, right? And you're immersed in it, man. And now when you walk around outside right now, have you ever noticed the feeling what's going on right now? If you go outside, here is the feeling right now. You know, on Christmas Day when everything is closed, it feels like that, but Christmas Day is only one day. Christmas Day, everything's closed, right? Except, a few stores here and there. But now when you walk around, it feels like Christmas Day every day. That feeling of everything's closed. I'm not talking about the wonderful feeling of Christmas. I'm talking about the feeling of everything just being closed. You can't go nowhere. There's no events going on. Everything is just closed, right? But in this thing, everything is literally closed. Everything. Everything. And you guys don't see. If you've been in debt, you don't, if no, better yet, we're not going to get on debt. If you're caught up in the noise right now, there's a lot of things you're missing. There's a lot of things you cannot see. And I'm going to bring you over to my world so you guys can see what it is. I'm about to show you what it's like to live in my world today. Okay. And remember, the things I tell you can always be justified with mathematics. Okay. Just follow the math. Don't worry about me, who I am, who do I think I am. No, don't worry about those are feelings. Okay. If you start to get upset, try to catch yourself and say, wait a minute, why am I mad? Those are feelings. Okay. Stop. All right. What's up, Bill Wills? Now, this is for the this is for the people that that live in the debt matrix and they know something's wrong financially, but they just can't put their finger on it. This is for you. These videos, what I speak of right now, this is for you. Okay. I'm gonna tell you all what this really is financially is a way to weed out all of the financial fakers out there, right? It's going to remove them. It's going to right now the financial waters are really really muddy. And for those of you that are trying to become rich, wealthy, whatever you're trying to be, you don't know who to trust. There's no way you can know who to trust. Why? Because you're in debt. If you're in debt, you have no idea who to trust about money. You have no clue. Right now, what's happening is a big sifter. All of the people that you once thought had a lot of money, they looked like they were rich because of their clothes and their houses and their watches and the red bottoms, they're all about to be exposed now. Okay, understand that. They're all about to be exposed. It has to be that way. This is how you shake them all out. So you can see again. If you're in debt, you can't see them, but once you get out of debt, they're obvious. Okay? For example, like multi-level marketing, right? That whole setup, now, though it's legal, I'm not saying anything's wrong with it. It's totally legal. I think it's the best money making design in the world. Okay. Please understand when I'm bringing this up, I think whoever invented multi level marketing, the concept is an absolute genius. Okay. I want to make sure that is crystal clear. Now, the reason why I bring multi-level marketing up, because there's a lot of people mixed up in there that don't even know anything about money, and they're in debt, and they're believing that some other entity is going to get them out of it when it's only themselves that can get them out of it. Now you're going to see that whole, like, for example, that whole multi-level marketing plan, it's going to, people involved in that, they're out. The majority of those people, they're out. They're getting sifted through. You know why? Because they never had money in the first place. There won't be nothing left to buy. You think people are going to stay on automatic payments? Because all of them MLM marketing things always require the person who's going to sell or do whatever, right? Requires them to have a constant buying of product. Every single model of every single thing of this model, this MLM model, somebody is always required to buy something monthly. If they do not do that, they can't participate. It's like, what? Now that there's nobody with no jobs and nothing left, no more left people left to buy, guess what? They collapse. You think people are going to keep their stuff going while in a time like this with no job? They're going to cancel that service. That service is canceled. And when they realize how much stock of product that they really didn't believe in, they just did it because they saw the queen, diamonds, rubies at the top. They're earning this and that, proven, and none of those people prove anything. Nobody stops and say, "Wait a minute, can you prove that to me? I know you're showing me up on the big screen, but how do I know all those pictures and houses and cars and this and that belong to you?" You don't. All they got to do is just make you believe it. That's it. You're going to see the people that you thought were rich up in that MLM, you're going to see them collapse. Not the MLM sells strategic strategy itself. No, I'm talking about the people that you believe that were rich that were up in one of these. Now you thought they were a ruby, diamond, emerald, whatever. And then when this happens, you're going to see them collapse. And then you're going to be like, wait a minute, I thought they was making millions and billions. No, they wasn't. They were tricking you. They just made you believe that. This is what I see. Get get out of debt fast schemes. You're going to see the people that there is no, listen, if you bought a get out of debt fast plan, you got bought because you got caught because there is no such thing. That doesn't exist. That's why they're selling it to you. Nothing moves faster than your paycheck. Nothing. All money originates from you. Unless that plan can speed up your paycheck, that doesn't make any mathematical sense. Now that everybody's out of jobs, won't be working, you think they're going to continue on that get out of debt fast plan? No, they're not. That stops. You know why that stops them? Now those people are going to be exposed. They're going to figure out that that was you can't borrow your way out of debt. Nothing can speed up your paycheck but you. Get rich fast schemes, all that stuff, man. All that stuff people selling to you right now, they're about to be exposed to you. You're gonna be like, wait a minute. I thought you had this, that. I thought you owned that. I thought you had this. No, they didn't. It's gonna all disappear. But guess what they're gonna say to you? The economy. That's what they're gonna tell you. And you know why you're going to believe what they say? Because you're in the exact same situation. So you understand what they're saying, but you don't realize that you're both in debt. That's why it's happening to both of you guys. People in debt can't see that. 401 401ks, pensions, all based on the stock market. It is crazy, all based on the stock market. You mean to tell me they convinced me when I lived in the debt matrix that retirement was an age, and if I put all my money here, I'll be able to retire. And one catastrophe happens and all my money's gone in a month? What I've been working for 30 years, I have no idea how in the hell they convinced me to ever do that in a million years. But you know what else? People in debt don't even know it's mathematically impossible to contribute negative dollars into your retirement. People in debt are worrying about money that doesn't even exist. Oh my God, my 401k is lost. That's because you believe you got money in there. Nothing's even there. It's mathematically impossible to invest negative dollars into anything. Now, those of you that are new to my channel, you're probably wondering, what the hell am I talking about? I'm going to explain this to you. Add up all your savings, add up all your debt. Yes, including your mortgage. Yes, including your student loans. Yes, including the collections that you don't feel like paying. Yes, including the ones that you believe that will drop off in 7 years. Yes, all of it. Savings minus debt equals how much money you have to contribute to your retirement. If your finances are in the negative, it's mathematically impossible, but yet you believe it. Now, if you've been in debt all your life, you're probably thinking to yourself, then what is that money I see that's in my 401k? What is that money I see? I see it's there. That's borrowed money. That's the bank's money. That's not your money. If you're if you're in the financial negative, that means you literally cannot contribute to a 401k, literally. But yet you see the money there. The only way that money could be there is if you borrow it. Now, this will be a very difficult part for most. This is going to be the hard part. Now you got to believe your math. The only way you're going to free yourself to see what I'm telling you right now, you got to believe your own math. Don't it sound so simple? What do you mean believe my own math? Believe your own math. That's what I mean. Oh, it's going to be tough. It's going to be very tough. But once you do, you'll be free. Once you believe, check it out. This is your ticket to freedom by believing your own math. That's it. That's how you're going to be free. You want to be a billionaire? Yeah, believe your own math. Don't trust anybody else's math. Math is universal. Math is universal. There is no tricking. You can't fool anyone. It equals this, period. Here's the things that people don't see. Welcome to my world. It's hard to watch. Just see, it's hard to watch people just dig themselves deeper and deeper in a hole. This is weaving out, trust me, people in debt that want to get out of debt but didn't know who to trust. I'm the person you trust. I'm proving it to you. All those people that you trusted with your money, watch them fall. The ones that fall, that's the dead giveaway, the ones that fall. Imagine this. People in debt that borrowed against their 401k, that's that's lost their jobs, that are losing their jobs and lost their jobs. Guess what? Guess what? That 401k loan now becomes due. Coronavirus or not, the only person that can change that is the president. But for now, if you lose your job, guess what? That 401k loan becomes due. And guess what? If you don't have it, which you're not going to have it because only people in debt borrow against their 401k. So you're definitely not going to have it. I know this is a hard fact to swallow, but it doesn't matter how you feel about mathematics. Now, what they're going to do is add that to your annual income plus a 10% penalty. You're going to be paying almost 50% on the money you borrowed. And you can't do anything about it. Nothing. How many people you think see that? Zero. No, I can't say zero. That'll be egotistical. Make me have a big ego. Because I'm definitely not the only one that thinks about this stuff because somebody designed it. And you know what's so crazy about this design? None of it's hidden. None of it. I have no idea who in the world is that freaking smart to put something so sophisticated in plain sight and nobody sees it. The majority of people don't see it. It just blows my mind. I remember one time, man, back in '08 in that first crisis, man, I pulled out some money out of my retirement. And then when it was tax time, I went to see my tax person and she saw that I pulled some money out of my retirement. She gave me this look like, oh my God, you did what? The look on her face, like I actually stole it. The way she looked at me, I'll never forget that look. But guess what? She never did tell me why she was looking at me that way. I didn't know why she was looking at me that way. I wish you could have just showed me and said, "Hey, Linnell," because when you're in debt, you don't know what questions to ask. You don't know you don't say, "Hey, why are you looking at me like that? What's the reason? What is there some kind of tax problem?" No, this should just looked at me. I wish you would explain it to me. She said, "Oh yeah, by the way, Linnell, they're going to add this money that you pulled out early, right? They're going to add it to your yearly income, which is going to bump you up in your tax bracket. Also, they're going to fine you a 10% penalty for pulling it out early." Now look at the percentage that you're paying on the borrowed money that you borrowed from your 401k. You think you're winning? No. I like that. I remember I forgot who said that, Lauren. So the tide is going out now, and we're seeing who was skinny dipping. Exactly. About to see who was skinny dipping when that tide goes out. All those people in like like velocity banking, right? Going out getting lines of credit. Watch and wait when that bank snatches it away. They can snatch that away anytime they want. People with lines of credit don't even know that. They believe once they get the line of credit, it's theirs to keep. No, the bank can snatch that anytime they wish. And when people losing jobs, guess what? Guess what? They're usually going to stop paying on their line of credit, or the bank's going to know that the crisis is huge. And guess what? They're going to snatch it. How do I know this? That's happened to me back in '08. They took that line of credit, snatched. They closed that so quick. Just think about how many people are investing with money they don't even have. They have no idea they're investing the bank's money. They have not a clue. You people in debt hear all these people that sound so smart all the time about money. I remember being in the debt matrix. You can't even decipher who's good with money because you see a realtor have a bad, nice car. He's been in the business for this long. His house looked like that. He live on this island. He have that boat. So you automatically assume that person's good with money. I get it. I get it. When you see stuff, when you get out of debt matrix, stuff is almost invisible. I don't even see it. I don't care what kind of car somebody drives. I don't care if it's a Bentley, Ferrari. I don't care. That means nothing. That don't mean that person got money. That car has nothing to do with the person. I'm gonna make sure you guys understand that this is clear. When you're at a debt matrix, you clearly see that. And then they tell you about, oh, they did it by this investment. Let me tell you something. Add up all your savings, add up all your debt. Savings minus debt equals how much money you have to invest. Yes, including your student loans. Yes, including your mortgage. Yes, including your collection. Yes, including the money that you believe that's going to fall off in 7 years. Yes, all that debt you believe is going to fall off in 7 years. All that debt's included. Savings minus debt equals how much money you have to invest. If your finances are in a negative, it is mathematically impossible for you to invest in anything outside of yourself. It's impossible. This is what math says. The only way it's possible for you, by borrowing money. So in other words, yes, you're investing for the bank. That is absolutely brilliant. You think you think what I just told you is not by design? Somebody designed that. Something I can absolutely prove, but people still deny. That is absolutely beyond mind-blowing brilliant to me. Looking at my notes. I want you guys to understand how strong I'm gonna come out of this, how bright I'm gonna shine because of this recession. All all of the people that have been lying to you guys, okay, been lying to you guys, they're about to vanish. I keep telling you guys this. They're about to vanish. No more people are going to be able to afford lies. They're going to have to accept the truth. And here I am. They're going to have to accept the truth because they're going to see the people that's been faking them and lying to them. They're going to find out real quick when their job is gone and they can't go anywhere and they have nobody to think about but themselves. It's going to force them to think, hey, maybe it's been me the whole time. Yes, it has. It's been you. You have been the answer the whole entire time. But I want to reiterate this before I continue on with my list. It must be this way. I am not against the financial system. I believe it's a Picasso painting. The system is feelingless. It doesn't care how you use it. It's totally up to you how you use it. That's up to you. That's up to you. But it's neutral. It favors no one. Again, whoever invented this we'll never know we will never know who did this. who designed it. But whoever it is, gotta be an alien. Gotta be. Once this is over, you know how long it's going to take the fakers to recover? Ooh, man. It's going to take them a long time. You just, all you fakers out there, you financial fakers, man, hey, it's going to take you a long time to recover. You just ain't jumping back on the saddle after this one. Sorry, that's not happening. This one includes everybody. The money must come from the people you're faking. When they don't have no money to give you, guess what? You're broke too. It's all connected. And then once they see you, that's it. The people in debt that once trust you, they're going to see you for who you are. And guess what? You're going to be exposed. It's part of the game. It must be this way. The water's got too muddy with you. You're in the way. People can't see. Trying to make some millionaires here. You're in the way. Make room. It blows me away. People be thinking there's something faster than their paychecks that's going to get them out of debt. It makes no sense. Oh, man, I can get out of debt faster this way. Faster than your paycheck? What are you talking about? It must be this way. We must have people believe. I know it sounds crazy, don't it? We must have people that believe that there's a fast way out of debt. We must have people believe that. That's important. That's important to the system. Because remember this, the people that sell them fast way out of debt, it's not illegal. Oh, some are illegal, but the majority of them are not illegal. They're legal. There's nothing wrong with them. It's business. I'm not going to argue with anybody that follows it. Hey, if you believe in that business, you believe in that business. Ain't none of my business. I only follow things that are mathematically correct, that mathematically make sense. You Google, people always talking about the feds. Hey, man, the feds did this, the feds lowered that. And anybody that's talking to you about the feds, I want you to stop in mid-sentence and ask them, who is the feds? If they can't answer that question, you better stop taking Fed information from them. Anybody that mentions a Fed lower interest rate, the feds did this, feds did that, I want you to turn to them and say, who are the feds? And if they can't give you a direct answer, stop listening to them when when feds come out of their mouth. Stop listening to them. I want you guys to understand this, okay? I'm not going to explain it to you, but the Federal Reserve is at the top of the chain. Period. This is by design. And I'm not against it. Again, I think it's a masterpiece. Still don't believe me? Go Google the Federal Reserve building. Go Google it. You know what that building says to me? That says we're at the top of the chain. That's what I don't even have to go in it. Go Google the building and take a look at it. That building says, hey, I'm at the top of the chain, period. Who cares what's inside of it? The building itself represents power and control. That's what it looks like to me. You think I knew any of that when I was in debt? Had no clue what the Federal Reserve was. None. Didn't even care. You know why? Because it doesn't matter. If you're in debt and you've been in debt all your life, don't even worry about how the Federal Reserve does what. They do this and that, and they control. Don't even worry about any of that. Why? Because you'll never be able to see what they do. Why? Because you are in debt. If you've been in debt all your life and I'm telling you that I'm not in debt, that should tell you that I know something that you don't. I see things that you don't. You know why? You're in debt. Never will they be able to understand. No one in debt will ever be able to understand the role of the Federal Reserve. You can. It's mathematically impossible for you. I'm so beyond knowing so much stuff, man. I have to slow it down. It must be that way, though. We must have people believing they are homeowners while having mortgages. It must be that way. Who cares how they feel about it? So what? I don't. I could care less how a person with a mortgage feels about their house. If they believe it's their house, whatever, they believe it. Math doesn't care what they believe. Their feelings are irrelevant to me. Arguing with somebody with a mortgage, believing they're a homeowner, is like arguing that 1 + 1 = 2. That's what it sounds like to me if I argue with somebody with a mortgage that believe they're a homeowner. It would be like, hey man, 1 + 1 is not 2, and then you get in an argument over. Why would you get in an argument over that? That makes absolutely no sense. After the argument's over, still going to be 2. You know, so crazy too. This is why I'm gonna tell you why it feels like. Well, I know for a fact I was prepared for this moment, totally prepared for that, but I didn't know it was coming. I didn't know what I was being prepared for. Okay. I know the universe doesn't give me answers to that. It just says, you go this way. Time to leave here and go there. That's how it talks to me. And I just listen. All right. That's why I'm here today. You know, it feels like a superpower. How I can say something's obvious in a person's face and they still don't believe it. I feel like Superman. That makes, man, just to say, hey man, I just want to go. You didn't just hear what I said? No, they didn't. That's why they're arguing with me because they didn't hear me. Like I'm gonna say something obvious to you guys, so you guys can just. I want you guys to listen closely. Okay, listen. I'm gonna state something obvious, but people still won't believe it. You guys ready? If you paid off your house, that would automatically place you ahead, financially ahead of millions of people. How do I know this? Because there's trillions of dollars in mortgage loan debt. You see how I did that? See how simple that was? I'm gonna say it one more time so you guys can catch it, because sometimes when you're in debt, it's really hard to comprehend something like this, right? And that's not even putting you down. It's just that you don't believe in mathematics. Listen, by having a paid off house, meaning you own the title to that house, the deed, whatever, and it's only your name on it, that move alone would place you financially ahead of millions of people. Millions. How do I know this? Because there is trillions of dollars in mortgage loan debt. That's how I know. You know how many people can't even see that? That seems that's like now that I'm out of the debt matrix, that seems like the most obvious move in the freaking world. The obvious. Something, if somebody would have told it to me like that back in the day, I would have had to walk away thinking. And then I would have walked away thinking this: damn, why do I think I'm a homeowner with a 30-year mortgage? Why do I believe that? That's what I would have had to walk away from a person if they had came to me and told me like that when I was in the debt matrix. Just like that. I'm gonna say one more obvious thing, okay? I got a million of them, but I'm gonna tell you another one. Only people with mortgages should suggest others to get them also. I'm going to say it one more time. Only people with mortgages suggest others also get them. Only people with mortgages have mortgages. Only people in student loan debt have student loan debt. Only people with credit card debt have credit card debt. Look how simple I make that sound. See how simple I make that sound? Doesn't that just make people in debt? They're like, duh, yeah, duh, yeah. What? What are you saying? What? And it'll still baffle people. And they'll say, what does that mean? And then this is what I'll say to them. I don't have credit card debt. Say that to one of your friends. Say like you are a person that has debt. Maybe you don't have a car loan. Okay. Say like this. This is gonna be a good example for you guys in the debt matrix to kind of understand something. Okay. This is what I want you to do. If you don't have a car note, but you have other debt, right? This is what I want you to do. I want you to go up to one of your friends that you know have car notes, right? And then I want you to say just like this. Only people with car loan debt have car loan debt. Only people with car loan debt have car loan debt. And then they're gonna be like, duh, what do you mean like that? And then I want you to say to them, I don't have a car loan. I want you to say that to them just like that. I don't have a car loan. This is for you that don't have a car loan. Usually there's a reason why some people just don't have car loans. They can clearly see that that's a total waste of money. So they might have other debts, but they don't have a car loan because they refuse to do that, right? This is for you. I want you guys to use this so you guys can understand my whole entire world with everything. And once your friend if they're still confused when you say, I don't have a car loan, explain it to them. But guess what? There's millions of people. There's trillions of dollars in car loan debt, right? There's trillions. I'm not part of that $1 trillion nightmare. You are. You can choose not to be. See if they hear you or not. And this is what I want you to think in your mind, okay? You know you can prove that financing a car is a total waste of money. You can prove it with mathematics, and they still won't believe you. That's my world, but with everything. You guys get it? Quentin says, I'll be glad when this stuff is over with. It's so inconvenient out here. Yes, but Quentin, it's going to be this is going to go on for a while, man. This is not over anytime soon. And I'm not talking just when we get the antidote for the coronavirus. We'll get it. That's coming. We're not wiping out the whole world, right? It's coming. And guess what? You got now the aftermath of it. Oh yeah, this is not over for a while. This is going to be the biggest recession in history. We'll never see all of us right now in this room. We'll never see another one like this on this level. We'll never see another one like this on this level. No way. This kind of level stuff probably can only happen one time a century, or every 50 years or something like that. Probably every 50 years. What's up, our carp? Cosmic Wisdom. Yeah, Warren Buffett said that. What's up, DTN? You know what's so funny I noticed though with this room, man? I've noticed that I swear it seems like my channel is not reaching out the way it used to. Something is seeming very weird to me. It's like, because I know, man, my last rooms, man, I was up to like 40 people in the room. Now it's barely 20. Sometimes I'm like, what? Then again, I got to stop being selfish because of the times. Okay, I do gotta. People are not trying to hear what I got to say during this time, so I gotta. Maybe I'm thinking about it wrong. Okay, maybe I'm thinking about it wrong because right now is the wrong time for people just don't want to hear that. They're in panic mode and fear, so they don't want to hear none of that stuff right now. Dave Sincere says, you are right. About 5 years ago, I was dating this woman, beautiful sister. We were in my truck driving back to my place. We talked about loans. I said, I'm glad I don't have student loans or a car loan. She looked at me like I was Jesus Christ, right? Right? Without her even knowing, Dave, she told you that she was in debt. Just by her response, told you. Oh my God, you must be rich. She probably thought you had money. She probably thought you were just beyond belief. You know what I'm saying? Something. Oh, you must got a good paying job. Anything but not being in debt. Anything. It has to be something. Only somebody with money can have a paid off car or a paid off house. You have to have money. That's the thoughts of people in debt. And Dave, I keep telling you, man, I keep telling everybody in the SMD family, it must be that way. We must have the majority believing they have to. The only way they get a car is to finance it. It must be that way. She couldn't believe it. Dave Sincere says it's crazy because I'm getting calls from a couple of exes and friends now that they are asking for advice. Yeah. Hey, Dave, this is an awakening. You better believe it. It's going to wake some people up. They're going to see their world that they thought was so solid, how fragile it really is. And you know what they're going to say to themselves? Some are going to say, I can't let this happen again. But the majority are crossing their fingers. This is what the majority are doing, crossing their fingers, hoping things get back to normal quickly. That's what they're doing. Oh man, I hope things get back to normal quickly. So they're just sticking their head in the sand. It's like, is it normal yet? No. All right, let me know when it's normal again. And some are waking up like, now it's very few. And this is also part, it must be this way. Every now and then I can kind of tell that there must be an awakening of some sort because there needs to be people around that understand how it works, because the other piece is important too. Believe that. I always tell you guys, there's two economies. There's one you can see and there's one you cannot see. The other one you cannot see, there's people need to be in that one too. It's not very many people, but there must be people there to work. It has to be, because everybody dies, right? Everybody dies, so there must be people to replace it, to be in that area of this other economy. Nobody lives forever. Cosmic Wisdom says, I agree, it's not going to be normal for years. Hey, and Cosmic, whatever normal means to them. Whatever normal is to everybody has their different version of normal. There's only one normal. Trust me. There's only one normal, the real one. But everybody in the debt matrix believes they have a whole different normal. Everybody does. I'm just giving you guys if you're walking around in the debt matrix, you don't know who to ask. I'm giving you things to ask people in the debt matrix. Just say things like that. Things so simple, yet they don't even understand it. Hey, man, only people in car loan debt have car loan debt. Just say that, man. They won't even understand. What do you mean by that? I'm going to say it one more time. Only people in car loan debt have car loan debt. I don't have car loan debt. Okay, so if there's millions of people that do, and I'm telling you I don't, that kind of should tell the other person that there's something that this person knows that that person doesn't. Not even just that person, millions of people don't. Millions. Lauren says, but it's like a reset, so it seems like it's a good time to play the game. Oh yeah, of course it is. Oh, if you've been out of the matrix for a while and you got some money, oh yeah, this is Christmas time right now. This is Christmas. You guys don't even get it. People with money are going to clean freaking house. Realty, oh man, they about to clean house right now. Oh man, you guys don't even get it. People with money about to sweep through. They probably right now, people with money that probably in regular house deals, they're probably trying to figure out a way to how to get out of that, because all they got to do is wait another month or two. They're gonna get 3 houses for the price of one soon. Believe that. fully furnished, all that in the best areas of their choice for a fraction of the cost. They're going to clean house. You guys don't even get it. You can't even see that. If you're in debt, you can't even see that for a million years. Don't even worry about it. People are already getting on TV talking about it. Like, think about it. Just think about it this way. Remember the last government shutdown, right? It lasted about a month. People were talking about losing their homes and just a government shutdown. That was just a government shutdown. This is way bigger than that. People are losing jobs. Now, if they work for free for a month, what do you think people are going to do now with no jobs? What do you think what you think they're going to do? People with money are going to clean up. All those people with mortgages that believe they're homeowners, guess what? They're going to quickly find out that they've never been a homeowner ever. And they be quick to say, "Oh man, I lost my home." You just listen to them. Listen to them. "Oh, I lost my home." You want to say you never owned it in the first place. What, you can't lose nothing that you never owned. You can't talk. You can't tell people that, especially in a time like this. You cannot say that. But then again, on the other side, there's going to be some people that wake up and say, "Damn, I've been in this house 15 years and I don't own it. Damn, I've been thinking that car was mine the whole time. Wait a minute. If I do like LJ said and add up all my savings and add up all my debt, savings minus debt equals how much money I have in real life. If my finances are in a negative, he's right. That's mathematically impossible to contribute to my 401k. How in the heck? There's only one way I could do it, by borrowing money. So if I'm borrowing money, that means it's not my money that I'm investing. I'm playing on margin? Yeah, that's borrowed money. Investing implies that you have extra money to invest. If a person in debt don't even know they're in debt, they're definitely not going to know they don't have no extra money to invest in anything. Good luck explaining that. Good luck explaining to a person that has probably been in debt all of their lives, believing in their minds that they've been contributing to their 401k, and that's their plan of retirement and do whatever they're thinking in their head, and then they come to find out they never had money in the first place to be contributing in 401k. Make somebody in debt believe that. Good luck with that. And then when they check their 401ks, they're like, "Oh my God, it's going down." That's not even your money. Never was. Not even your money. So when you see it disappear, be like, "Oh my God, my money's disappearing." If you've been in debt all your life, none of that money is even yours. None of it. It doesn't even exist. It's just computer digital numbers on the screen, and you believe it. But again, it must be this way. You guys, and I'm gonna express to you guys, okay, when it comes to the Federal Reserve, okay. You know how bad I want to work for the Federal Reserve? I wish somebody from a spokesman or whoever, whatever that's involved in that, hears me speak, because I know that all they got to do is hear me speak, and I know for a fact they would have a place for me, guaranteed. I'm gonna say that to you one more time. Anybody, I don't even know who controls what. You'll never freaking know that anyway. It doesn't matter, but somebody does. All they got to do is hear me speak, and they'll know I know, and I guarantee you they have a place for me, guaranteed. And you know the best part about it? None of this is a secret. None of it. That's the hard pill to swallow. That's the hardest pill to swallow. When you get out of the debt matrix and you find out that none of this was a secret, you're going to be mad at yourself. This time right now, there's so much noise out here right now. Everybody's in fear right now, not even thinking straight, burying themselves deep. This is classified as an emergency in their head, so all guns blazing. We'll worry about that. We'll worry about that money later. Yes, you will. Yes, you will. You got that right. You're going to worry about it later. Believe that. And you're going to worry about it for years. Anything. The majority of people in debt, you know what they're going to do? They're going to do anything it takes to keep that credit score up. Even though they have zero money in the bank, they're going to do what it takes to keep that credit score up. That is absolutely brilliant. A person can say to your face, right? They could be in a total negative, but be proud about their 850 credit score. That makes absolutely no sense. Oh, yeah, I ain't got no money, but I got an 850 credit score. Really? What does that credit score do for you? It allows me to borrow more money. So it allows you to go deeper in debt. Yeah, I don't have to put no money down. I can get anything I want. I can finance anything I want. I'm sure you can. And you're going to keep doing it until one day one day, let me tell you guys right now, I'm gonna tell you the ones that have good credit scores, right? You have excellent credit scores, but no money in the bank. If you got the key things, no money, excellent job, and excellent credit, guess what? You've probably never been turned down for years, because your credit's been so good. I'm gonna tell you this: one day they're gonna tell you no. One day they're gonna tell you no. And then you're going to be a little bit confused because you've never been told no before because your credit's been good. One day they're going to tell you no. Then you're going to say, why? I've been making all my payments. I make excellent credit score. I've been doing everything you guys been telling me to do all these years. If I wanted to be anybody in financial society, I've been believing you. But this time you tell me no, they're going to say no. And then they're going to say debt to income ratio. That's why. Now this is the point to where you're gonna have to look in the mirror. You're gonna either accept their answer of saying, "Hey, your debt to income ratio is this percentage versus that percentage, and this is why you can't do that, and you have this room to do that." And just before that, they're gonna give you a long explanation. Okay, either this is the point you're gonna believe their explanation, or you're gonna come to this side and say, "Wait a minute, I've been following all your rules, making all my payments on time, having a good figure job, paying all my credit cards on time, everything. But this time you're telling me no, and this is the reason. Even though I followed all the rules, it's going to cause a little bit of confusion. And this is the point, that confused part, that's where you got to think. That's the point you're going to say, oh, wait a minute, that doesn't make mathematical sense. But you got to come to that conclusion. Either you're going to wake up at that point or you're just going to believe their explanation because they can tell you anything. It's their money, it's their system. They designed it. They know this is basically, if you've been getting loans from the big banks, this is what a debt to income ratio really means. Okay. You're close to bankruptcy. They're not going to even take a risk on you. And then they're going to throw you to the piranha. The piranha are people with high interest loans. Those are the ones that are going to pick the rest of the meat off your bones in your finances. Those people are going to pick you apart. The banks say, now you're too much of a risk. We ain't gonna loan you any more money, kick you out. And then all of a sudden these other piranha leechers are gonna pick your bones dry. Once they're done with you, you're done. How do you know if you're there or not? If you're taking out payday loans right now, you're at the bottom of the barrel. Piranha are just they're picking the remaining pieces of meat off your bones right now. If you have earning app, payday loans, title loans, that's you. That's you. Those are piranha attacking your finances right now, and they're picking you to the bone. Best version says, LJ, you may need to check your channel settings or something. You don't show that you're live next to your pic. Wow. Where my subscriptions to channels like to use it to. Other people I am subscribed are live. That is all right. They might have changed my settings. I gotta check my settings. I don't know. Because YouTube can update their stuff all the time. So I'm gonna do that. I don't man, that angers me. But my fault for not keeping up. It's YouTube's system. If I want to use their stuff, I got to keep up with their changes, okay? Not vice versa. But I'll do that. Thank you, best version. Best version says they have a red dot by their pick when they're live. I know, I see that all the time. You're saying mine is not showing that? That's crazy. But then again, you know what? Also, best version, I use a different kind of streaming service through that connects to YouTube. So some algorithms might change. So what I'm gonna do is write the maker of the software and see if something has changed on one of the two other ends. Because I guarantee if I go live directly on YouTube, it might be different. And I'm gonna check that too. I'll probably check that today. Best version said I had to go all the way to your channel to come to the video. Wow. Damn. Okay. What's up, All Mall? All Mall says airport is dead as heck right now. Shaking my head. Yep. Dave Sis says, this happened to me in December 2019. I applied for a line of credit. They didn't tell me no. But they didn't give me the amount I wanted. They gave me 1/5 of the amount. Yeah, because you're getting close. Right? Because that's another thing that woke me up, Dave. That's another thing that woke me up. I remember that happened to me, and it didn't make any sense because every time I filled out a loan application, I always got it. Always got it. There was not a doubt in my mind that I was going to get it. But this last time they told me no. And I was like, what? What do you mean no? I said, I followed all the rules. Have I missed any payments? No, you haven't. Am I making good money? Yeah, you're making good money. But your debt to income ratio is too high or whatever. I was like, what? And even when I read the rules about the debt to income ratio, it still didn't make any sense. Yeah, it made sense to what they were describing on that piece of paper or that ad or whatever, but it didn't make sense to my own personal finances. I was like, this formula that you guys came up with decides my money? It just didn't make any sense. Dave Sincere says, once I clicked on the bell next to subscribe, I selected all. I get emails and notifications now since the morning. Okay. Thank you, Dave. If you guys can do that, can you guys, if you're coming in here late, and even if you catch this stream late, can you guys all do me a favor? Is uncheck the bell that you might subscribing for me, or just wait next to subscribe. Okay. Do the bell and undo the bell and then redo the bell and select all, because I've heard of YouTube just changing the algorithm and that sometimes, and sometimes you have to tell people to redo that, and that might be some kind of thing, probably just to clear out, and it might be something to clear out old pages still lingering around in in YouTube, and it pushes them out. You know what I'm saying? So who knows why. Dave Sincere says, my credit score was great as I thought, 780s to 790s, no late payments, no rocks, no public record. Yeah. And then they still tell you, no, that's what woke me up. That was one of the things that woke me up, one of them. Right. But like I said, with this, there's a lot of noise. And when you're in debt, man, you guys, noise combined with fear. Sorry, guys, I'm moving my mic stuff. Debt combined with fear, man, that's a dangerous combination. Dangerous combination. If Sincere says, but they were quick to offer me a credit card and a personal loan instead. I said, nope, I want a line of credit. Yeah. Honestly, Dave, I'm so glad I'm out of that world, man. They just, I just got abused in that world, man. Just totally abused. And not blaming the banks or blaming any financial institution. I'm not even blaming my jobs. All that was my fault. It's crazy, man. To In order for me to get away from all this noise, you know what I got to do? I got to go take a walk in nature. And even well, then again, right now outside is so peaceful. Nobody's outside. Nobody's walking around. Nobody, everybody's inside, huddled up, worrying about what's going on. Combined, it's sucked in all the noise. All you got to do, you know what I do? I get it. Me and my girlfriend go walk. I go watch the birds. I watch the ducks. You just look at them, man. They know their world hasn't changed at all. Their world, none of their stuff has changed. They're just coming in, landing, and quacking, and sleeping on the water. Nothing has changed for them. They have no idea that things have changed. They probably realize, damn, the air is cleaner. Nobody's bugging us as much when we're sitting at the lake. No kids running up on us and throwing stuff at us and all this. Nobody's shooting at us, and they got the free reign of the world. That's why I like going to see them. They just take my mind away, make sure my phone stays in the car, and I unplug from the noise. I only come in when I need to come in. Man, you guys don't even really understand what I'm saying. That I'm about to shine so big right now. Ooh, this my time is now. It's right now. I'm gonna shine so all the fakers are gonna fall off, and then you're gonna see me shine so big. You'll be like, "Oh man, he's got to be the truth." Yes, yes, you're gonna see it. All of those credit fixers, credit report repair people, uh, all the people that's going to get you quickly out of debt and some kind of adjective describe debt quickly, fast, super velocity, infant, all these names that get attached to these funny ways of thinking they're going to get at good debt, bad debt, velocity banking, infinite banking, some miraculous name next to debt, and there is no way out of debt fast. It's totally up to you. All your money originates from you, all of it, unless you decide it doesn't. If you decide you don't want your money to originate from you, you go borrow it. That's how it works. You figure out you ain't got no money and you decide to go borrow it, you're digging yourself deeper in debt. Dave Sincere says, let me tell you, you were more on top of it than most others when you were in it. People who have horrible credit are getting it even worse. It costs money to be broke and to have horrible credit. Oh yeah, it costs. So funny about people in debt. They believe they're gonna if they let that debt stay on their credit report. Oh my God, it's so funny when I say it. Let that debt stay on their credit report for 7 years. They really believe it's just gonna fall off and they're gonna get away with not paying it, right? First of all, that's not true. Number two, 7 years, you're paying for that bad credit by high interest. For 7 years, you're gonna be paying high interest for anything you finance for 7 years. And they believe they're getting away with it. Oh my God, that's gonna fall off. Really? You think? I bet you that's only one. If people in debt have way more than one debt, and if they believe all of their debts are going to fall off in 7 years, can you imagine the interest rate they're going to be paying for the rest of their lives? Can you imagine? And they think they're going to get away with it. It falls off. People in debt believe some of the most idiotic things in the world. They just fall for it. They just believe it. And anytime you ask them, hey, who told you that? Oh, a friend of a friend. I learned on the internet. Some guy said all people in debt just talking to each other, giving each other advice. People with student loans older than their children are giving people financial advice. Can you believe that? That makes absolutely no sense. That's all the average person has to do. Hey, if somebody comes up trying to give you financial advice, this is the first thing you say. Do you have student loans? Yeah. You don't take financial advice from them. Period. Why would you take financial advice from somebody with 20-year-old student loans? Why would you do that? Rainy Woman says, peace at Linnell Young and SMD family. I have this playing in the background. Thank you, Rainy Woman. Dave says, my sister My sister got a house rental a few years ago. She had to pay first month, last month deposit, literally thousands of dollars before she even moved in. That's because of her poor financial decisions. She got a house. She got a house rental. Well, are you saying she rented a house? Because that sounds like pretty standard. First month's, last month's. And maybe I'm reading that wrong. Okay. Dave Sincere says, I used to work for Equifax for many years. Nothing ever leaves from their credit report. They just restrict who is able to see it. God damn. When I tell people this, they immediately look at me like I'm lying. Oh my God, they just restrict people from seeing it. But in reality, I knew it wasn't going anywhere. It's like when people like these credit fixers out there, man, they'll go and send letters, a whole bunch of letters to whatever to the credit agencies, right? And then like by law, the person that owns the credit thing's supposed to respond to this letter. Well, if you flood places like that, they can't keep up with all that. So a few are going to leak through. All right, some are going to fall through, and then they're gonna by law have to remove it from the credit report. Now the person that's trying to improve their credit, they're gonna believe that debt is gone forever now that it was taken away from the credit report. Right? It didn't go anywhere. It's still there. They just got to call up and say, "Hey, man, put that back on. That's legal." Then they're just gonna put it back on. Now the person that thought to fix their credit to get a higher credit score to do what? To go get a loan to get deeper in debt. Now they're going to be deeper in debt when the stuff pops back on their credit report. They're going to be worse off than before. Because think things like only people in debt believe they can go get a service and not pay for it, and think that that's cool. No, you're going to pay. You're going to pay in high interest rates throughout your entire life until you're dead. Cosmic Wisdom says house rental deposit savory by state. And in my state, if you have good credit, usually a deposit of 1 month rent is needed. No need to pay first and last rent in addition to deposit. You know what? And you know what's Cosmic Wisdom? It's probably I'm sure people still. I guarantee you, people still do it, even in states to where they're not supposed to do it because people believe that that's normal. They believe it's normal. If the landlord can get away with it, getting first, last, and deposit, they're going to do it. Why not? Best version says Cosmic is evictions lifting on rentals right now as well. Rentals, really? Hey, it's like if it's an FHA mortgage because the evictions and foreclosures are only paused on FHA mortgages. Okay, so if it's financed with an FHA mortgage, it falls under those rules. You can just go check CNN. The president put halts on. When I saw that, they were like, "Hey, man, they're going to put halts on evictions and foreclosures." I was like, "Oh, let me go read the fine details." Oh, only on FHA mortgages. Got it. You know why they do that? Because those are people that couldn't afford homes in the first place. So they're going to be the first ones to fall off. And if they all fall off, guess what? The whole housing market will crash. They cannot let that happen. All I'm saying, best version motivation. I'm saying however the rental was financed, if it's personal rental, it doesn't matter. If it's financed with a FHA mortgage, it falls under what the president says. So it really doesn't matter if it's a rental or a personal homeowner. If it's financed with a FHA mortgage, it falls under that. If you quiet the noise, man, You guys will be able to see how much opportunity is out here right now, man. You guys don't even know how I feel inside right now, the opportunity that's about to happen for me. You guys don't even understand, man. It feels so good just to strip off all the fakers. They're going to vanish like dust. You're going to see them fall off. Pay attention to your Facebook timelines and pay close attention to your Instagram timelines. Pay close attention to that timeline, okay? Close attention. I want you, this is how you'll know. Watch somebody if you follow somebody that looks like they have money, that always posting pictures of their cars and their houses and their trips and this and that. I want you to see those pictures just start to stop. I want you to pay close attention. The pictures are going to get fewer and fewer and fewer, and then they're going to stop. Okay? Pay close attention. It's gonna be crazy, man. It's gonna be so crazy. It's gonna be so obvious. I hope you guys open your eyes, man. Just pay attention to them. Like, you got to look at some people. You be like, man, this dude can't be doing that. She can't be doing that. Watch. The pictures are gonna become less and less and less, and then they're gonna stop. That's how it works. And then recovery time. Ooh wee. If they've really been making, and then you'll find out the amount of money you make doesn't matter. It's about the money you keep. If everybody's out of work, guess what? Their money stops too. And if they haven't been saving any of that money, ooh, yeah, ay, ay, ay. Mm. And then you come back to my channel. You come back here to the SMD family. You come back and say, damn, LJ, how'd you know that? Because I can see it. I can see everything right now. Everything. I can see it. This is how I know I'm going to shine like unlike any other. Huge. All of it is hidden in plain sight. All of it. None of this is hidden. Cosmic said, I got a year of expenses saved, and I can also cut my rental property in half and still cash flow. Other landlords I know are in a tough situation. Cosmic wisdom, because you're already economy proof. You don't really have to prepare for anything. You're just telling people that. Okay. This is your normal. Oh, I got a year of expenses. Oh, well, Cosmic, would you have a year expenses if anything wasn't going on right now? Well, yeah. Then your world doesn't change, Cosmic. Mecca says, what up, though? I'm here to soak up game. Welcome. Dave says, LOL, you're right. All the pics of people traveling has stopped. See what I'm saying? All the pics of people eating out have stopped. All the pics of people in front of their cars have stopped. Now, of course, the pictures of going out and eat because they can't go to restaurants. Okay, so that's going to be a natural given. Okay. Oh, you haven't been doing this, but I want you to pay close attention to this. Okay. When it's finally lifted, whenever this stops, I want you to see how many come back. Because trust me, I'm telling you something. This is going to be unrecoverable for a lot of people. It's going to take them a very long time, especially if they've been faking in debt the whole time. Believe that. Pay close attention. Some are probably acting, pay attention to ones that are acting as if it's not a big deal and they're taking pictures in their big house and they're still driving around in their Mercedes, a nice car. They can't really go shopping right now or anything, but they're going to just keep portraying like this economy is not affecting them. Okay. Pay close attention. That's going to stop. All that's going to stop. And what they're going to do is just blame the economy. Okay. Don't worry about that. But when you get out of debt, you're always economy proof. Always. Nothing's going to sneak up on you. Nothing's going to come out of the blue. Stuff like that doesn't happen. Dave Sincere says I'm on IG all the time with my photography biz. I see people either have stopped posting or they post old pics. Yeah. I mean, again, Dave, right now, nobody you can go out into nature and take a whole bunch of pics right now. You can. You know, if they're true photo people, this doesn't stop them. They can still go to parks. They actually photographers have open range right now. People are not in their way. They can film buildings without anybody coming out and saying, "Hey, what are you doing taking pictures of my building?" They can go downtown. They can go down. I mean, like right now, a photographer can go down. Check this out. A photographer can go downtown in one of the busiest cities in the world on a Monday and take a picture of it. Like that would be right now, that would be monumental for a photographer to do that right now. Like go in New York and go there on a Monday or a Saturday night right now and take a picture of it and make sure they mark that date. Those pictures, they will live through history. You know why? Because no one will ever be able to do that again until throughout this century. That'll never happen again. Nobody will be able to get a picture like that. Nobody. Every photographer can go downtown, go into the busiest area, the busiest cities, and take remarkable pictures right now. Making sure they make note of the date and time every single time they do it. Set up things in rows downtown, doing this and doing tricks and doing all in open space. Every business around them as they take the pictures is closed, so nobody's in them. And everybody that looks at that picture in the future, you know what they're going to be thinking? Who took that picture? At what? And then when they see that picture, they're going to say, when was that picture taken? Because I've never seen downtown New York look like that. I've never seen downtown Seattle look like that. I've never seen California freeways this empty on a Monday afternoon at 4 o'clock. I've never seen that. And the photographer that takes the right picture, guess what? That's going to be one of those photos that floats through history forever, marking the time that they was in this time where it got this bad. If you don't think it's possible, refer to that picture back in 2020. If you guys are photographers, see how much opportunity is out there. If you always thought, check this out. If you always thought that you wanted to be a photographer, right? You might even bought the camera, but you never had time because you're too busy working and you're busy with this and that and this. Right now is the time. Go to the busiest areas that are normally packed. Go to freeways, go to downtown areas that are normally packed and snap away. Make sure you mark the date and time. You got all week. You guys can do this on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, especially Friday nights, Saturday nights. Go to downtown areas and snap away because nobody will ever be able to take pictures like yours in this exact time and moment. Right now is the present moment. You could be rich off those pictures. There's only a few. I'm not even into photography, but I guarantee you there's only a few photographers that know this information. Right now, you could take some pictures ensuring that this kind of economic disaster never happens to you again ever. See how I just thought that up? Because that's what I see. Everything I see this, I see it. When I go out, I'm gonna give you guys an example. When I go out walking this weekend or whatever, I'm gonna take video of the park and where I'm at. I want you to see everything. I want you to see I'm taking a video of a time that will never be seen again, ever. It will never be seen again. Luckily, I'm not in a very big, busy city. But if you're a person right now, check it out. If you're a person that's still working, right? You still got to go downtown to work or wherever you're going, right? Start taking video. Don't just look at the freeway and be like, man, look how open this freeway. I want you to take a video of the freeway, take pictures of the freeway. So, let everybody know how the air smells. Take a video of you walking through downtown, how quiet it is at 4 o'clock in the afternoon on a Monday. Get up early in the morning and get on the freeway and see how empty it is Monday at 7 a.m. If you unplug yourself and see what's really going on and capture those moments, you'll never have to go back to that. That's what you do. Cosmic says, "True LJ, my day to day hasn't changed much except the gym. Now that it's closed, I did carry bags of soil up the stairs for exercise though today though. Yeah, our life. You know what? You know what's so funny? I had a meme, Cosmic. It said, "My everyday life. I've just found out my everyday life is called quarantine." Quintus says, "Cameron, this is not just the Quentin Cameron says this is not just the U.S. economy. This is pretty much affect the world. Oh yes, this is this is worldwide. This is central banks in every country exchanging wealth. Okay, that's what it is. If you're in debt, you'll never be able to know what they're doing, see what they're doing, and it's not a secret. It's not a big conspiracy or anything like that. It's not none of that. Everything you're seeing, not the disease, of course, not coronavirus, but I'm just talking financially. Everything you see happening financially must be this way. It must be. It must be this way. It's weird. It's weird to be in a place. If I allowed myself to get sucked in, I would totally miss the opportunities. There's so much opportunity right now. There's so much opportunity, and there's people out there just making a lot of money. They're making a lot of money right now. Not illegally, not stepping on people, not doing what you're thinking you're doing. Oh, they're making a lot of money in our misery. No, it has nothing to do with that. Nothing. They're not making money off of people's misery. They're not. All I'm saying is that if you're in debt, you'll never be able to see it. And like I said earlier, if you've been in debt all your life, don't even worry about the Federal Reserve, who they are, what they do, what their purpose is. You'll never understand it ever. You'll keep calling them the feds. People in debt don't even know when they say the feds. Next thing you know, they associate the feds with like the FBI and stuff like that. That kind of federal stuff. No, it's nothing. The Federal Reserve has nothing to do with the federal that you're thinking about with the FBI. That has nothing to do with nothing. But people will make that association always. Oh, the feds did, they'll throw the word the feds in the same way. Who's the feds? Or the feds, if the FBI comes, right? Oh, those are the feds. Okay, it's feds. And then when they say the feds lower the interest rate, oh, no, those two are not the same feds. The Federal Reserve is about as federal as Federal Express. People don't even realize that the word is just a word. How you associate that word is totally up to you. Cosmic Wisdom says, "In times of chaos, there is opportunity." I forgot who said that. Yeah, that's when you're not in debt, Cosmic. That is completely obvious. Do I wish I had a lot of money at this time, Cosmic? Oh yeah, I wish I had about $3 million right now. I wish I had about 3 million. If I had about $3 million right now, I would never ever I would never work again. My kids would never work again, and my grandkids would never work again if I had $3 million right now. None of my family would work again. None. I mean, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't let them just scrounge off me. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying if worst came to worst, that they would be cool. Just put it that way. They'd be all right. There would be no problems. Cosmic says you won't even need that much money to seize the opportunity. Yeah, you're right. I know what you're saying, Cosmic. I do. When I said 3 million, Cosmic, I was just being a little bit generous. I know I could do it on a million. I could do it on a million. I wouldn't even need that much. Just a million. $1 million would do me good. I would know exactly what to do with $1 million right now. I know exactly what to do. First of all, only God makes more land. I want you guys to understand something. Only God can make more land. Okay? That's number 1. So land will always be valuable. Always. That's obvious. And for you, Cosmic, I hope you see how the landscape is about to be cleared for you right now. All those realty fakers about to be cleared out of your way like a freaking bulldozer. Woman, you are about to kill it. It ain't even happened yet. I know you see it's coming. If I was you, I wouldn't be surprised if you paused all your current deals right now. I wouldn't be surprised if you paused all your current deals. You'd be like, oh, wait a minute. Shoot, that house is about to drop like a rock. I'll wait. You realtors with money that know how it really works. Oh man, I feel for you. You guys are gonna, man. I'm jealous. I ain't gonna lie. I'm jealous of you. You guys are in the perfect position right now, ready to clean freaking house. All the realty was the dirty water with realty fakers, people. They're about to be cleared out like a bulldozer. But I keep understanding this. I've gotten here because I listen to the universe by not listening to the noise and listen to the universe. I am totally even though I don't have no money to clean house right now, I am still absolutely happy where I'm at today. Especially in a such in a year like this. I am extremely thankful and happy that I'm not in debt at a time like this. People in debt running on fear, they're gonna, man, the scammers are gonna come after you guys so bad. You guys have no idea. The scammers are gonna come out the woodwork. And I'm gonna say something to you like this, okay? Just remember this. And this will help protect you from any scammer on earth. Financial scams don't make mathematical sense. And if it doesn't make mathematical sense, it doesn't make financial sense either. CENTS. This is how to tell it's a financial scam. They can never make financial sense because they're designed to steal from you. That's the purpose of financial scams, to catch people while they're in fear. You think a financial scam will work for me? No, it will never work because it will never make mathematical sense. That's how I know. And all you got to do, a financial scammer, all you got to do is ask to see their personal credit report. You will clearly see that's a scam. Their personal credit report will show you that they're scamming you. They can't hide that. So I want you guys to be careful out there, man. Be very careful. I know it seems like this I know coronavirus is a horrible life-killing disease, but I want you guys to understand something. There are bottom feeders. They don't care. They could care less about what happens to you or your loved ones. All they're here to do is steal from you, steal your money. Those are bottom feeders. I can teach you how to avoid them. They're not really that difficult to spot. They're pretty easy to spot, okay? They're not hard to spot. Cosmic says there's a scam where someone calls you. There is a scam where someone calls you asking for personal information, set up a coronavirus test. See what I'm saying? If you're coming in late with this video, I really want to help you, okay? Listen, send them to this channel. I want to help you guys avoid scammers. They're going to take advantage of your fear of dying, fear of family members dying, fear. They hear the president talk about tests. There's only a few. Now they're going to jump on that fear and steal from you. I can help make sure that never happens to you. Never. A scammer could never trick me ever. Ever. Nothing they say will ever make mathematical sense ever. Albeit your personal information is just as worth as much as money. They never stop. Even if people are dying, doesn't even matter. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna tell you right now, man. If some sort of agency hears me and knows I speak the language, oh, I would love to go after scammers. I would love it. I would wake up bright and early every day. Oh, I would love it. I would love my job. Love it. Completely love it. Because what people don't understand is that the majority of scammers are in debt, right? Because only people would scam another person over a life-threatening disease. That's got to be money. They're doing it for money, right? So people in debt, they don't know they have a pattern. They've been in debt all your life. They've been in debt all their life. And I'm gonna tell you, if you're a scammer and listening to me, check it out. If you've been in debt all your life, you have a pattern that you cannot see. You can't see it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter the complexity of your scam. It always originates back to money. So it doesn't matter how it's designed. It doesn't matter. It always originates back to money. And that's what people in debt have. They have the pattern. Their pattern is money. Something that doesn't even exist. Especially for you. If you're in debt, money doesn't even exist for you. People who chase money are usually running from debt. That's why they do that. That's why they do scams. They owe people. And imagine you get some of these youngsters going out here doing these scams, right? Thinking they're doing something new, don't even realize they're new to earth. You get a teenager, 20-year-old, 30-year-old trying to do some scams. They're thinking they're doing something new. You just want to go, hey, man, you do know you're new to earth, right? You're new. I've been here. You're not doing anything new because you're in a different century. But to them, they think they're doing something new. They don't know they have a pattern. They believe all the noise that got them to do what they're going to do, because if they're doing a scam, somebody taught them from another person in debt that scams people. That's how it works. They stay in their circle. That's the only hard. That's one of the most difficult things to be on outside of the debt matrix. To see scams happen to people, especially in a time like this, is going to be so bad. It really is. It's going to be very bad for them. All right, you guys. I am going to get off here, and I'm going to try to figure out if any of my settings have changed inside of my YouTube because this is acting very weird. People not seeing the live signals because I know I have way more people than that. So, and to combat that, either I'm going to have to send out a preview or something. I got to figure that out because it is not happening. All right, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and get off. Thank you for joining, all of you. I appreciate it. Please share with your friends and family. Share with other people that you feel like they could use it to become free. Here, if you want to email me with any questions about my services, there's my email. You can savings-debt.com is my website where I sell my services. This is my Cash App, and shout out to those that donate to me. I much appreciate that. Thank you very much. Here's my PayPal. When you want to share with your friends, all you got to do is just tell them to Google #savings-debt and they'll find me. Please don't forget to hit that like button. There's my website, savings-debt.com. Please don't forget to subscribe. And you guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening.